Good afternoon to all you Warriors of Light. It's Tuesday, which means patch 6.18 has just dropped. And with it, some very nice PvP changes, including a sneak peek into plans for Frontline in patch 6.2. Let's get into it. First up, we have Paladin, with a change to his defensive skill, Holy Sheltron, seeing the damage reduction getting nerfed from a 20% now down to 15%. Next, we have the Warrior, receiving a buff to both his dash and his AoE skill. For Onslaught, the base damage has risen from 400 to 500, and the maximum damage has been increased from 4,000 all the way to 5,000. Orogeny has had its base damage from 800 boosted to 1,000, and its maximum damage increased from 8,000 all the way up to 10,000. Dark Knight has also received a double buff to Bloodspiller and Eventide. For Bloodspiller, the damage has been increased from 4,000 to 6,000. And the threshold requirement to reach max damage has been increased from below 20% HP to below 25% HP. And for Eventide, it received a base potency increase from 1 to 10,000. The Gunbreaker also received some very nice buffs. First up, we have Burnt Strike. The damage has been increased from 6,000 to 7,000. Hypervelocity also received a 1,000 potency increase, seeing barriers increase from 5,000 to 6,000, DPS increasing from 4,000 to 5, and cure potency increasing from 3k to 4k. For Ninja, we have a minor nerf to Saiten Tenshu. Saiten Tenshu's duration has been reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Machinist has received a buff to both Blast Charge and Aether Mortar. Blast Charge will now grant a bonus movement speed when the gun is overheated, and Aether Mortar now deals more damage and grants you more shields, going from 4,000 to 6,000 potency. For all of you dancers out there, you're in luck, you received 4 buffs this patch. Honing Dance, Reverse Cascade and Fountain Fall have all had a 1,000 damage increase to their base potency. And for your Saber Dance, the damage bonus has risen from 5% to 10%. For all of you Black Mages, you received both a buff and a nerf. To begin, Burst. The damage has been reduced from 16,000 down to 12,000. And for Super Flare, under the effect of Umbral Freeze, you'll be granted one of 3 effects. 1 stack grants you Heavy, 2 stacks grant Bind, and 3 stacks does the usual Deep Freeze. Summoners have once again received a buff, this time to Fester, increasing the base potency damage from 3,000 to 4,000 and increasing the maximum damage from 6,000 to 8,000. And lastly, we have Astrologian receiving a double Gravity nerf. Gravity 2 will now only apply heavy to the first target afflicted, and Gravity 2, under the effect of double cast, will now only apply Bind to the first target afflicted. This is all of the balance changes for patch 6.18. However, for 6.2, we are receiving some very nice changes coming to Frontline. The combat rank bonus for limit gauge is being adjusted, but the real juicy change is coming to the damage modifiers based on jobs. For us tanks and melee DPS, the damage reduction is going from 40% to 60%. For physical range DPS, magical range DPS and healers, their damage taken is being increased from 20% bonus to 30%. And lastly, the damage dealt by summoners, scholars and white mage is being reduced by 10%. And with that, we have reached the end of today's video. Let me know what you think of the current changes, and what changes you would yet like to see. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next one.